I'm always real tight with A&Rs and different executives at record labels as well. So it's like, it's two parts of the hustle. It's you can know artists and be cool with this artist and man know this artist, etc.
Yeah.
Or you can also have relationships with the executives, the A&R admins, the people at the label that's making a decision. For me, I need to know the executives at the label. That way, I'm always making sure I'm finna get paid. You see a lot of dudes, a lot of this on Instagram talking about, I got on this project, but ask me, did they get paid?
Ain't say I was hard, but I'm not soft. Give me my flow back, it's not y'all's. Man, I gotta stay safe out here. Time I look up, it's a busy knockoff. I am not needing no jewelry, my aura shine like a necklace. See, I been
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets. And yo, what's up, family? It's your boy, Mr. McGee, a.k.a. Boopy, a.k.a. Born Rich. And Lano.
What up, though?
What's up with you, homie?
Man, look, I am chilling.
How you feeling, bro?
I feel good. I feel like I just got my income tax and won the lottery.
Nice.
Yeah.
Papered up.
Man, what? And I owe 3 people and I blocked them. So I ain't even tripping.
Yeah, that's it. He swagged up, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel, bro.
Nah, that's the best way to feel, homie. And I
What,
hope
to not pay people?
Yeah, no,
Damn,
and to
bro.
feel good and swagged up, man. Look, I know I owe you, and I still sleep good at night.
Man, this little shit go. Just want this 20,
That's the worst. That's the worst, man. Well, Lano, man, listen, man, we got a special guest in the building today, man. We got my man. He's a super producer.
Super.
Grammy Award winner.
Yeah, and the nominee goes to.
Yes, sir. Yes,
most
sir.
definitely.
He's one of the guys who started here in Nashville College. You know, college in the state, the whole nine. Man, really got his foundation in this state, man. And I'm proud to know this man. I've been knowing this man for a long time, so I'm proud to say that this is one of my brothers, man. My brother Street Symphony is in the building,
Most
man.
definitely.
How you feeling, Street?
Good, man. Appreciate y'all having me on here.
100.
Man, shit, about
It sound like
time.
he wanted a beat, didn't he? He gave you the introduction like, hey, give me a beat, man.
But we got on beats before.
I know.
We got a long history.
I know,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I try to let my people listen to it now. They like, give me something else. Give me something else. I was like, damn, man, my homeboy cold.
Hey, man, you ain't nothing for that, man.
Nah, I'm playing.
People know I still got bars, man. If I really wanted to get serious, though.
Every rapper say that, though.
If I really want
to get in this shit back, I get this popping back like I had in 97. But Street Symphony, what's up, man? I got to look at your catalog, right?
Yeah.
Highly impressed.
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, right? My man, my best friend right here, he been putting me on to you. And I was just watching the growth and just seeing what you was accomplishing. I was like, bro, this is something totally different from me because I get to sit down, I get to talk to artists about behind the music and what makes the music and stuff like that. But now we get to talk to you and we get to go down this journey with you. Okay. And that's what I'm ready to do.
Absolutely.
Man.
So, man, let's get into it though, Street. So, early childhood, man. I hear you was back and forth to Memphis, from Nashville to Memphis.
Yeah, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I was born in the M, and my grandparents stayed here in Nashville. So we would come in the summers, we'd come to Nashville, back to Memphis, back to Nashville. Then my grandfather died. They was from out south.
Okay.
12th, right off 12th Avenue South, and I think Ackland, Caldwell, something. Now I know Belmont done took it all.
Yeah.
They don't even exist.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
so we would, be there, and then my grandfather died, so my grandma had this big old house. So we moved over there, you know what I'm saying? Then parents split up, then we ended up out east in Madison.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my mom and dad didn't play by them grades, so I was always a smart kid, you know what I'm saying? It was more so out of fear for getting whoopings for me.
Absolutely.
And, I ended up going to Meg's, you know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
Went to
Man, yeah, Cavaliers, man.
Yeah,
Stand
yeah.
up. You feel me?
Meg's, and right there, and I don't know where Meg's is now, where...
Yeah. It's still by the bottom.
It's still by the bottom,
there
yeah.
by the
We were
bottom.
right there in the middle of it. I remember we would get on the school bus and junkies would come out butt naked and they make us all
Damn.
close our eyes. It was
I'm
right, we
closed.
like it.
Yeah, my eyes closed.
Shout out to the bottom.
Yeah. So,
Triple
you
B.
know, that was then, and ended up going to Hume Fogg High School. And,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because I kept them grades together, and you know the story kind of go from there. You know, I don't know where you want to go with it next.
Did you go to school after? Once you graduated from high school, did you go to college here also?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So I wanted to get up out of here. So I really wanted to go to Well, when you watch TV, you see different world.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all that.
yeah,
I want to
yeah.
go to a HBCU. I want to go to like a Howard Hampton. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
Clark, something like that. So I
Historic.
applied, and my grades were good enough, but we just didn't have the money. We couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was on Clark Atlanta campus, and I was, you know, they told my mama how much it cost. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it's not happening. I was then about to cry. You know? Like, I ain't going to college if I can't go here. Da da da. But MTSU, I had applied to. They're like, full scholarship, African American, minority scholarship. You
Most
got
definitely.
it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, man, what's it, MTSU? And I remembered MTSU because TSU game was a big thing back then.
Mhm.
And I visited MTSU. I was like, well, I guess it's what it's going to be. Because I was like, I ain't going to TSU because I was at TSU all the time.
All the time anyway. That's what we used to do. That was our thing,
I'm
right?
at TSU all the time anyway. You know, the homecomings, everything.
Yep.
I've been doing that. I want to go somewhere different. So, went to MTSU. I'm like, man, what I'm finna major in here? My uncle was an engineer. He graduated from Vanderbilt. So I was just like, I'm gonna go in here and do whatever pay the most. Engineer, architect. That's all I'm thinking. So I'm like, all right, I'm finna be an engineer. And they had this program called Engineering Technology. It really wasn't engineering, but it kind of was, etc. But I got in there and I started taking them classes. I was like, man, I'm done with this. This ain't gonna last. Them C's and the B's, everything.
Yeah. What was complicated about the class?
I just wasn't that focused to really
Okay,
get
yeah,
into that level of calculus.
Because it's still Clark Kent, really. Like, I want to go to Clark, really.
Yeah, I still want to go to Clark, Hampton, Howard, you know, whoop-de-whoop. But, man, it just turned into me. I ran into one of my homeboys, and he was like, man, I'm in the recording industry program over here, music business program. I'm like, music business program? He's like, yeah, they got the studios and everything over here. I'm like, for real? So then I was like, man, I want to switch my major to that program.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that was that after that. And but they didn't have no more room in the production technology side. So they was like, you can join the music business side. So I was like, all right, well, better. I get my degree in music business. I'm thinking, man, you know, you can learn how to make the beats, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to work an MPC, the keyboards, etc. So I switched over to the music business side. And then when I was on the music business side, I met this dude that worked at that time it was Mars Music. And my boy Alec, you know, he was on the engineering side in Nashville. And man, he ended up giving me a part-time job up at Mars Music out there. I think it was at what was it called? 100 Oaks.
I was like, man, I remember Mars Music, bro.
At 100 Oaks Mall. So I would be in there. Every day I'm learning all the newest keyboards, the drum machines, making beats, learning how to make the beats, getting trained on all the equipment right there.
Yeah.
But I'm in school at MTSU getting the business side, and I double minored in entrepreneurship and marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny because as a whole grown man now, that's still my thing. I love the production, but I love the business side of it. I love the production, entrepreneurship and marketing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all just kind of come full circle.
Damn.
Nah, that's dope.
And all this just meeting just because you in school and you meeting people.
Man, the people I met while I was in school is crazy. That's why I really don't be understanding. Like, I know everybody be trying to, you know, sometimes play school and play college, but really every plug I ever made actually literally came from when I was in college. My closest friend right now used to be the general manager of Rockefeller Records. Shout out Al Branch, and they managed Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Drake, etc. That's how I had these relationships to meet people and make stuff happen, because that's, you know what I'm saying?
And that's through school, like you said.
His wife was an AKA, you know what I'm saying, at MTSU. And I never forget, John Legend was here. This is how it happened. John Legend was at Riverfront Park, and I think this when John Legend was playing keyboards for Kanye. John Legend hadn't came out as an artist yet. Kanye had came and did a show at Riverfront Park, and John Legend was the keyboard player. And Al asked Ish, that's her name, she was AKA from MTSU, I think she went to Antioch. And she was like, man, y'all ain't got no, you know, he's asking, who y'all got around here to do music, you know what I'm saying, to do some music or something, who the up-and-coming people? And she was like, I think Torrance, because I had a group called Playaway that was running around, you know, MTSU. So she called me. She was like, we getting ready to go eat. You know, I want to meet you, etc. Man, I get there to the meeting, and this Kanye manager. You feel me? And then,
see,
that's my partner right now. You feel me? I call him right now. He gonna answer.
Most definitely.
Nah, that was dope. So you spoke about something, man, that I remember, Playaway.
Yeah.
So Playaway, that's when you was actually in college, right? And Playaway, what was Playaway? Your label, your group? What exactly was
Playaway was a group and a label. It was like 4 or 5 different artists, as well as Playaway Entertainment was the label, Playaway was the group. But then everybody was an individual artist and producer too. We had a lot going on.
Yeah, most definitely.
But it was always a compilation.
We trying to make it
for the label.
Yeah,
we just trying to make it. 2 people might do a song here, 3 people do a song here.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much producing, you know what I'm saying, the majority of it. Just
because you learning
I'm
in
learning,
the game too.
I'm learning. I'm taking my little money from checks. And investing in my own little studio in the crib and just trying to figure it all out. You know,
in the house in Parkwood.
In the house in Parkwood.
Recording in the closet, man. Mike in the closet. Talk to it, T. Don't let me
Talk to him. Talk to him.
So while I was at MTSU, I got off campus because my mom moved and she was like, I'm getting ready to move. She moved to Atlanta. So we had a house in Parkwood. And I was like, well, I'm just going to take over the house and pay the rent in Parkwood. You know what I'm saying? The rent was down there the same as it was up in Murfreesboro. I was like, I have a whole house. So I did this weird thing to where I was able to take some classes at TSU, some classes at MTSU, and I lived in Parkwood. So I took the garage. Well, before that, it was the bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Knocking out the bedroom, putting the styrofoam in the closet, recording. Then I ended up converting my garage to a whole studio as well later on. But we was working right up out of there.
Yeah, humble beginnings.
Yeah, that's the phone in the cup.
Yeah,
humble and those beginnings right there. That's what starts shaping you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And molding you into that. And when you start being elite, and you go back and you remember those days right there, very humble, and appreciate where you started. You know what I'm saying? Because some people start far up.
Nah, for real. Nah, I can definitely say this brother got it out the mud. I remember recording on that microphone in the closet, man. I was all right. I was all right, man.
Do you go on track 17?
I was
Do you go on track 17? Or are you on track 2?
Nah, it don't matter.
15.
Yeah, and it wouldn't matter. I was all over. Any project I was on, I was all over. But like back then, I was raw, and back then my brother was raw. But you noticed the talent,
the potential. You saw it.
You saw it, man. You saw it. I mean, at Murfreesboro, I remember the brother Mike Sean and a couple other brothers was performing at MTSU. We actually did a show at TSU. You guys did it, man. So all right, so TSU, are them the days because you have done some stuff with Starlito?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Is that early on? Was he still All-Star when you first started working with him?
I met him when he was All-Star, and I met All-Star through Farai.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Farai was like, man, you got to hear my boy, man, All-Star. You know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, I that's funny, I'm thinking about that. But Farai brought All-Star through, and All-Star was dope. All-Star and Farai, they were kind of rapping, trying to figure their thing out, but you know, me and Lo was trying to have a label or whatnot, and I'm in school. I'm trying to figure it out. Mike, Sean, and them they were there with me. Farai and Star, you know what I'm saying? They young in Nashville. They the young gunners of the clique.
Yeah.
And I had plans for them, but you know, it just was like a little priority. So I never forget one day. Farai, I guess he kind of got mad or got upset or whatnot, and him and Star did a diss song. They did a diss song, bro. It was so funny.
Yeah,
I was like, so it was weird for a minute, but you know, we worked it out.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I mean, Farai ain't talked for about a year for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you low brother, so you know it's love. But man, I really want to punch you right now.
Yeah.
But you know, that was my heart. That was my guy, man. And
most definitely,
man. Rest in peace to the brother. And that's good. So tell me about after college, man. After college, what does Street Symphony go after college?
Yeah, so you know we tried to do the Playaway for a minute, and then individuals just, you know, some people just had different paths. I think Rose told y'all his path or whatnot, and how he ended up getting into politics, and some of the other artists, you know, just levels of dedication to it. But for me, it was, man, I just dreamed of it every day.
Yeah, this is my thing. I ain't got no out.
This it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that.
I remember for the first thing, you know, I had a job. I was working a little part-time job. No, when I was in Mars Music, I'm in Mars Music one day, and then guy came through, G from Rock Solid Entertainment.
Yeah, I remember Rock Solid. Yeah, no, I remember Rock Solid Entertainment.
G came through.
Gary Payton and all
that. Yeah, exactly. So you already know.
Yeah.
So he came through. He was like, "You making beats?" And I was like, "Yeah." I let him hear some beats. He's like, "Man, come over to the studio." Da da da. And then bro was just like, he signed us to a production deal. He was like, "All right, you got to turn this amount of beats in and this amount of time," and you know we would turn our beats in. And he would pay us, and it was like some of the most money I was ever seeing. I'm young.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, and everybody else, all the other producers, they were buying all the throwback jerseys. They buying all the newest Jordans, all the newest shoes, etc. I'm just stacking my money, paying off my college loans. You feel me? Knocked all that off, and I'm just stacking, because you know it was coming monthly. You feel me? And
G had his shit. He had his shit structured right then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Almost
G
definitely.
was a real businessman and took good care of his people. Like shout out G. I ain't seen him in a long time, but I never forget. You know, what
most
I'm saying?
definitely
The introduction he gave to and set the foundation, and just seeing something in me way back then. So if he ever see this, whatever, salute.
Yeah,
you,
most
like,
definitely.
Salute.
Real,
How long were you guys with Rock Solid?
Probably about. Man, I say I was probably with them maybe like 2 years, I feel like. Maybe a year and a half or whatnot. They had different artists kind of come through.
Yeah, they
whatnot.
did.
And then I remember we shot a video one time, Gary Payton came through, and it was just a lot of love in that situation. I really wasn't getting a lot of placements, though. That's the crazy part. Because they was doing a lot of West Coast music.
Yeah, they were.
And I'm from Memphis, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
or whatnot. And then I ran back into STARLITO over there, et cetera, and things like that. And I think he was rocking with, doing that with Trouble and My
T.I., yeah,
T.I. and
yeah,
Trouble real tough, and they was showing a lot of love to Star or whatnot. And man, me and him reconnected again.
Yeah.
And then I remember he had something going on with Gotti, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was like, man, I got to get a demo done or something similar to that. He was like, I'm gonna be in Memphis. You know, I got to turn it in the morning. And I never forget, I was like, well, I'm with you then. Let's go. I drove all the way to Memphis, bro, and got there probably around about 8, 9 o'clock. And me and Star stayed up just recording to about 3, 4 a.m. You feel me? And I already drove to Memphis and we just recording because the next day he got to turn his demo in. I hope I don't get the story wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all see him, but it was similar to this for sure. And I remember though, because we still laugh about this, we at the recording booth, because at this point in time, I knew how to engineer too, so I'm recording. Okay. Man, it's about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like this. I hear somebody go, Street. I wake up. He like, man, let's just call it a night. I fell asleep. And at that moment, though, I said, man, dude gonna make it. Yeah. You feel me? Because just like I had the passion and the drive to get up and go down there and show up. And we had Gotti house. Gotti had a house in East Memphis back then, and we had Gotti house recording. He introduced me to Gotti. He got me one of my first placements on Gotti.
Back to the Basics?
Was it Back to the Basics? It's one DJ Drama did. I did a song called Work Hard, Play Hard. It was Block Burners. Work hard, but we play a little harder. We grind hard, but we grind a little harder. Yeah. That song, whatever, but it was on that.
You said that was your first placement. He got you your first placement.
That was my first placement with a major label artist, absolutely. Yep. For sure. Yeah, that was a shout out to Star.
But like you said, you could tell then, like you could tell who got it. And who gonna succeed in what they trying to do?
Absolutely.
Cause look, driving that ain't no, you know what I'm saying, driving from Memphis and still staying up, and we gotta make sure we hit this deadline. Man, a lot of people would have folded.
Man, what I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
He had an opportunity. Come on.
Hell yeah, man.
And that relationship with STARLITO, that's just done continued to blossom. You done got placements on him and Don Tripp, Step Brothers.
Absolutely. I think I might have been on all the Step Brothers, some of the projects, 3 or 4 projects. Star just put a project out, The Imposter Syndrome. I did the single and one of the best performing records on that project at the end of the title track. So, and that was just on the last weekend before he finished, and I'm finna pull up on him. We got in. He let me hear what he had going on, because at first I'm cooking, thinking what he on. Yeah. Once I heard what he doing, one of them I made right on the spot.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, he sent it. One of the one with Trip, Landlord, and Propane on it.
Propane.
I cooked that joint like literally in the headphones while he recording the other one. I'm cooking that one right there on the spot. Then I left it, because I was getting ready to go. He was like, yeah, I'm going to rock with that one too. And I was thinking to myself, man, this going to be that one.
Yeah.
And he sent it to me like 2 days later. I was like, man, this thing crazy.
When you do it on the spot like that, it's the vibe.
It just depends. Like sometimes, if you're cooking on the spot, you're on the big speakers. Of course, if the vibe right and the energy right, it's always good to do it with the artist. But for me, I also can hear enough stuff to say, okay, he gonna like this. And I couldn't come across the big speakers because he recording.
Yeah.
So I'm in the headphones cooking something I'm thinking, but I caught that wave and I'm like, oh yeah, this finna be it right here.
Yeah.
It ended up working like that. Then Don Tripp still rock with him. I did that record Say Less for him.
Yeah.
That's one of his top performing records for the last year. He been having an incredible run. I think he on 20-something projects.
Every month. Every month.
He going crazy.
Every month.
He made a lot of rappers bow. Oh man, I can't make that many songs. I'm done. I'm done, man.
But that record there has been pretty special because you still check his, they check the stats or whatnot, and that's still one of his top performing records right now.
Most definitely.
And still growing. So shout out to him. That's
always
that's home team, bro. Them dudes, I've been knowing them dudes all 20 years, you feel me? 20
yeah,
plus.
most definitely.
Yeah.
It's the relationship anyway. And I want to know, so when you cooking, right?
Yeah.
And when you vibing out into the, you can say you can just cook it yourself or you can just do it right on the spot. What's the longest that you will hardly say that you make a beat?
How long it's taking me to make a beat?
Like how long?
Oh, man, I get in my head sometimes. It might take me 2 days.
Okay.
Because I keep going back to it, want to change.
Are you my homie? That's how my homie.
Let me send it to him, add a bass, send it back.
Yeah.
I don't like that, etc. But I mean, then you had a beat you making 15, 20 minutes too. That be them ones. Be simple and catchy. I think for me, I'm from the land of a lot of traditional real rap. I love a Nipsey Hussle, the Meek Mills.
Most definitely.
That more so
Storytelling.
Scarface. These are the people I done work with
right
over. So I like, you right, storytelling and bigger productions and that stuff, it take time. It take time to find the right sample of all of this type of stuff. But then, we in a world now today where simplicity is the thing and a lot of space for artists. Artists don't be wanting they beats as full. So it just kind of depends. So, nowadays you might hit a hard 808, 2 or 3 little bells, some movement, tempo going good. They gone. That's a club record. So, but I consider myself the Street Symphony, so I like big records.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's in the name.
And I'm okay with that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be or do nothing different.
Nah, that's dope. So I know you got a good relationship and a good working relationship with LECRAE.
Yeah.
So how did you meet LECRAE?
So LECRAE went to MTSU as well, and he actually was a partner there, and actually one of my frat brothers. And at that point in time, we were still grinding with Play Away, and I had a studio in the bedroom, and I think we was online or something one time, and he had to write a freestyle or rap or something. I was like, man, that dude's terrible, what I mean? Like, he wasn't the other guys, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, he got his grind, so time just went on, and I think he moved to Atlanta, and then I seen him some on Twitter one day, and I was just like, "What's up, man?" And I had heard he kind of went his whole spiritual route and was just kind of like removing himself from a lot of stuff or whatnot. But I seen him on Twitter one day. I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Man, what's up? Come to church." Da 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 da. I was like, "All right, bro, I'll pull up on you." And went to church with him, and we just reconnected. He was like, "Man, pull up to the studio.
Yeah.
We need to do some work." And I think I had just got through doing. I think I was working with Ludacris and I-20 back then. Yeah, so I had this little style of beats, so I did one for him. It was a single on his project off the gate.
Yeah.
And that started our relationship. And I think for him, as he was just going through his journey with his music, he was like, he didn't want to just be boxed in a traditional Christian hip-hop way.
Yeah.
And more so wanted to, make his music reach the masses or whatnot. So I remember he called me, he was like, man, we want you to work for us. And I was like, kind of doing what? And he was like, A&R, we want to have an A&R kind of oversee projects. We're taking a different approach or route with this whole Christian hip-hop thing. And I was like, all right, I think my strong point would be making sure your music is up to par or just, relevant to the mainstream sound of things.
Yeah.
Most
definitely.
Traditionally, the message might have been there if somebody was a Christian, but the music and the production be...
it can be off, right?
It's churchy.
It's
churchy.
Yeah. Just not on, not on trend or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I kind of came in, that was kind of my thing, like give us this sauce, you know what I'm saying? Help make these relationships and these connections that I had in mainstream. And it turned to me co-managing LECRAE. I was managing all mainstream hip-hop. It was another lady, she was doing the gospel and Christian, and I was vice president of A&R at the label too. So I had 3 of the artists over there as I was A&R, and we went on a little run. For real. First project I did was a mixtape. I called Don Cannon. I'm like, man, I got this. I'm doing some of this Christian hip hop, but it ain't traditional Christian hip hop. Cannon, hear me out. He listened to it. He's like, man, okay, this straight. So he hosted the first tape for me. Came, and I'm telling them back then, like, listen, all this putting albums out here, 2 years stuff, we ain't on that no more. Like, we finna come right back after the mixtape. Mixtape, we warm up for the project.
Yeah, most definitely. It's the appetizer,
They
right?
weren't used to that, so we did that. We came right back to it in this project called Gravity, and won their first Grammy.
Oh, I remember Gravity.
Yeah.
Almost definitely I remember Gravity. Let me ask you a question, though. And this is just a good insight for my people. Have an artist ever turned down a beat and another artist picked it and it?
Man, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or you made, well, yeah. I mean, or you sent beats. I've had a situation I know for sure where I sent beats. We literally was in the studio making beats for a specific artist. Yeah. My assumption is he passed on the beats. And then, you still sending your beat out. I used to be the type of producer or, at that, it depends on what mode I'm in, producer or beat making mode. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But you send beats out and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to let this sit there to this artist till he figure out what he want to do. Then I started realizing wasn't no loyalty to me with that. So man, first, whoever get this mug first, record it and send this and ask for this invoice or send this producer agreement or producer deck, that's who finna get the beat. Because I got a family to feed too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, but the biggest one I can think of, and it just is what it is, man, we cooked, hustle, and motivate, beat up for meat. I was in the studio working on meat. We was in there, the A&R had us in Atlantic. Me and my boy D.O. Speaks, he co-produced a shout out, and he actually had the sample. He was like, and we sitting, I'm like, my manager at the time was like, man, y'all never gonna get that cleared. And I was like, I'm thinking, man, go on with the negative energy, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And man, that joint we was thinking meat. And man, they called me one day and said Nip loved it and jumped on it. I'm like, dang, all right. So, I mean, that turned into hustle and motivate.
So you sending out like packages you sending them to the labels and let the labels decide which artists?
I'm always real tight with A&Rs and different executives at record labels as well. So it's like, it's 2 parts of the hustle. It's you can know artists and be cool with this artist and man know this artist, etc.
Yeah.
Or you can also have relationships with the executives, the A&R admins, the people at the label that's making a decision. For me, I need to know the executives at the label. That way I'm always making sure I'm finna get paid. You see a lot of dudes, a lot of this on Instagram talking about, I got on this project, but ask them, did they get paid?
Yeah.
They ain't out here getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. And that's because they don't be knowing the business or even how to get paid. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes is, when you from the hood or whatnot and you getting placements and you excited about being attached to this rapper or this artist's name.
Because that's what you trying to do anyway, right? When we pee-wee football, we want to win a Super Bowl.
We want
and some people will win a Super Bowl without looking at their contract. And some people go through the business of it and to be able to success, right? Because I like what you said, going all the way back, you went to school for something totally different, and then when you started saying, I met my homeboy, he over here doing this, then you started learning the business of the music, but I'm gonna study for this.
Absolutely.
So now when it's come to this forefront, you know the game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna holler at him to get paid.
And it's a gift and a curse too, because knowing the business, when I came to Atlanta, you're right, I had a degree, I knew the business, and the business is textbook. You get this, and this.
Yeah.
But again, it's a double-edged sword. But it's like, okay, but on the flip side, textbooks say you're supposed to get this, but somebody else might have made a play for you. You feel me? And good business is also being like, hey, bro, I appreciate you, or let me include you in this, or whatever it may be. But if you so textbook, you're like, I did this, and the textbook say this. You know what I'm saying? Or for me, I never came and signed to nobody's independent label in Atlanta and all that other stuff like that. And I ain't knocking nobody that has done that, because we know people that were affiliated with certain labels or whatnot, and that took them man,
far.
that took them real far
Rocketed
and blew their brand up. You know what I'm saying? So I salute that route too. So it's just however you choose. You choose to do it. But it's
when you say you help them out, you mean like when you do the beat and somebody helps you do the beat, it's you make sure the paperwork right.
Making sure the paperwork right. Facts. Back in the day, younger producers would do beats for or be a part of a production team, do a beat with an older producer, hear younger producer stuff and just damn near take it.
Yeah.
Be like, produced by me, da da da.
I was gonna say that, so you just answered all that. That's good.
Yeah. These days it may be, and it just depends. These days, somebody might play you an idea and you might be like, man, it's tight, but the tempo wrong. It's in the wrong key. Let me redo the 808. Let me adjust this. Woo, woo, woo. And then you be like, and then you working close with the artist. So you be like, hey, I'm finna go in here. And they don't know how good or how bad the artist is really at recording. Like, we can't let the final product fool us. It's a lot of engineers making artists sound real good. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And you may be the producer that the artist trusts, and he may be listening to your lead. You like, nah, let's do a 12 bar here, then an 8 bar here. Let's put the hook there. You in there really, feel me? Coaching, which is producing. Yeah. Producing just ain't making a beat. But again, I have
it's to navigate, right?
I have production credits, but it was just a beat. But if right now, bro, say your partner was, name an artist, whoever you want.
Boopy.
Let's name an artist that's popping.
Out of Nashville.
Lil Baby, let's just say Lil Baby. Say Lil Baby, your partner, like Boopy, your partner. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to get some beats to Lil Baby. I give you some beats for Lil Baby. You listen to my beats, you like, man, this one, I think he gonna like this one, but it's too fast. Slow it down. And I slow it down. And he be like, hey, this sound over here, take this sound out. And I take the sound out. You telling me all this to do. And then you go get in with your partner and be like, listen to this joint here. He like, this one hard right here. And he trusts you enough to be like, what should I talk about on it? Now you telling him what to talk about. You walking him through it.
Yeah, most definitely.
What I look like not breaking bread with you, bro?
Sure. Yeah. For sure.
You feel me?
Everybody gonna win right
it's
here.
Enough for that. And that's how I always done been, bro. And anybody that really do business or anything with me know that's how I'm rocking. But the thing is, it ain't like I ain't done a million of them myself too.
Fact. Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, man, how can I help this young dude on that's got these ideas? And that's why my thing. That's why I built out my production company.
There you go. I mean, you got right to it. What's the name of your production company, man?
Track or Die is the production company. I have at this time, I got my boy Kangaroo. He from Nashville. I got Jay Super, D.O. Speaks. And them is my squad right now. You know what I mean? And we still working, we still grinding. But my career is just taking on so many other paths. I'm in my 40s now, so I'm
well, you
don't
look it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
You deserve to get your flowers, man. How many Grammys?
3 Grammys.
Yeah, 3 Grammys.
There you go. We're about to wrap, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, man. 3 Grammys is a lot.
Yeah,
I don't even know nobody who don't watch the Grammy 3 times.
Nah.
So just having a Grammy and being acknowledged and being highlighted for your career. And like you said, this ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Right now, being highlighted is something big for us, man. I'm happy that you came, because I had some motherfucking questions that I needed to answer. He couldn't answer.
You know I'm not a Grammy Award winning producer. I definitely can't answer. But we definitely gonna have to do this again, man. This was too short, man. I get with you behind the scenes where we can set this up and do it again. I just want to know what's next for you, bro.
Man, next for me, I'm really on my LA Reid now, my young LA Reid now. It's really about signing artists and doing other genres of music. Hip hop in a dark place, man. And I got a child now, and I listen to it a little different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody enjoy the turn up, but you see what's happening.
Most definitely.
The guy just got picked up. Other homie, you feel me? This, that, it's just too much
crazy.
going on.
It's a lot going on, a lot of negativity that's being associated with hip hop. Hip hop used to have a balance.
And that's it. That's all we ask for is a balance. It just starting to seem like it ain't a balance and everybody just following the same thing. So
I'm tired of being a demon.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Being on demon
I want a girl.
time.
I want a hard rapper slash R&B singer like Method Man.
What a fabulous with the singing hooks, man.
I want that,
Bring
man.
singing hooks back.
You trying to go on a date? It's straight
Yeah.
drill. You like?
I gotta listen. I gotta listen. Shorty wanna. I kill him. I kill him. I knock him. I gotta listen to that. I don't want to listen to that, man. But y'all already know, man. Look, this is what this is, man.
Absolutely.
BRC most definitely. This is what we like to bring to y'all, man. This is our city. This is somebody who represents the state, the city, and he's letting you know.
Represents it well too,
He's
man.
letting you know this is how you build your
Represent
shit.
it well, absolutely.
Start from there, and you take your step up there, and you can take the elevator out of stairs. It's up to you.
That's it, man. Definitely tell the people how they can get in touch with you on social, man. Follow your movement and support the whole nine, brother.
Man, I'm on Instagram. I am Street Symphony. You just Google Street Symphony. It's popping up.
Bam, man. Yeah. Just
He said Google me.
Google
He
me.
hit the nigga with the Google me,
Google
man.
me.
Somewhere,
Hey,
you know.
and I'm gonna say this, man, because he just told y'all to Google him, so y'all Google him. Lino XL, man, y'all know what I'm gonna say, man. Get money, stay true.
Oh, you just gonna leave it like
Yeah,
that?
and stay true and get money.
I was like, my man trying something new on the outro.
Nah,
We
man.
did- we
Y'all
did-
already know. Get money, stay true, get money.
God, that just fucked me up right there. Hey, but family, man, if nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first one to tell you that I love you, I love you, I love you, man. We out. Peace.
Peace.